Sounds familiar? Now, picture a city. What do you see? Some buildings, a lot of people, and cars, a lot of them. Nowadays, it seems like everyone owns a car. They are used everywhere, parked everywhere, and it seems like they became a necessity. However, cars have a lot of drawbacks. A fifth of all greenhouse gas emissions is caused by cars alone. About 1.25 million people die every year as a result of car crashes. An average person spends 5 accumulative days in traffic every year. And plus, cars are extremely loud and take up a lot of space. So, there seems to be a lot of problems with cars. And one solution would be to get rid of them. At first glance, this idea might sound a bit extreme and even impossible. But seriously, what would happen if we suddenly decided to ban cars? It is needless to say that this change would not only be beneficial to us, but also to our environment. Cities would become much cleaner places, and we would be leading a much healthier and more sustainable lifestyle. Congestion would become a thing of the past, and streets would become much safer. And lastly, most of the space on streets could be transformed into parks and green areas, which would further promote a healthier lifestyle. However, it wouldn't all be that simple. In both big and small cities, people would need to find a way of commuting. In order to get rid of cars, we would first need to create alternative modes of transportation. The first step would be to encourage people to walk and use bikes and scooters. We could easily transform streets into bike lanes and therefore ensure safety of streets. Nevertheless, although bikes and scooters are good for the environment and efficient on short distances, hilly cities and larger cities couldn't just rely on these modes of transportation. We need something new, innovative, efficient, sustainable, and convenient. These are pods. They are driverless, automatic, and electric vehicles that transport people in a matter of minutes. They can transport a maximum of 4 people, and you might think that this is inefficient, but think about it. A bus can transport 50 people every 5 minutes, whereas pods can transport 4 people every 3 seconds. By doing simple maths, that turns out to be 400 people every 5 minutes. And in fact, pods are already being used. They were first implemented at the London Heathrow Airport and have once again proved their efficiency and convenience to passengers. But maybe this wouldn't be enough. In order to really improve our transportation system, we would need to think in 3 dimensions. Drones may just be the flying cars we anticipated 30 years ago. They would transport people in the air and would be fully automated and electric. They would be more efficient than helicopters as they would occupy less space and be safer. Rooftops of buildings and streets could become parking places for drones. And thus, we would lead a life without cars. But is this really feasible? Although this utopia without cars sounds incredible, is it really possible to eliminate all the cars? Many cities around the world come across multiple challenges to reducing the number of cars. Take Oslo, the capital of Norway, as an example. It is located far in the north of Europe, and its weather can be highly unpredictable and freezing. It has a very mountainous terrain and is surrounded by fjords, making it harder for commuters to ride a bike and harder for engineers to make infrastructure. All these challenges notwithstanding, Oslo has made a significant improvement regarding the reduction of cars. In many streets, cars are simply not allowed. It is building new neighborhoods such as Stojen and Gronland, which are designed to be car-free. So it turns out it really is possible. Picture a future where you could go to work without traffic. A future where you could go on a walk on the street and enjoy nature. Where you could go out with your friends and listen to your favorite piece of music on the street. Picture a better future.